everybody. Welcome to Matt and Shane Secret Podcast, special edition. Shane's on the road. We're doing a little bit of me and Shane are split by geography right now. We're both doing episodes, so there'll be 2 main episodes, 2 pages. That's how hard we go.
That's pretty sick.
Most people would phone in some bullshit-ass Zoom, but it's like, dude, let's just rip.
This is joint custody.
This is weekends right now.
That was actually the first thing I was going to say was like, we gotta talk about how Shane's not here and how it's okay. I'm tired. Every time Shane's not here, you have us on, or at least me, and I'm just, listen, I know you guys love Shane. Shane loves you guys too.
You're
but
their stepdad.
Yeah, it's the stepdad talk, dude.
You're the stepdads of Chat Nation.
I also love you guys, and I feel like if you just give me a chance.
People get discombobulated, like, what the fuck?
Trips them up, dude.
Well, usually it'll just be, I'll do it, but Shane's doing one too. So you are getting Matt.
2 Christmases,
podcast.
dude.
Yeah. We still love each other, dude. We still love each other. It's just, things are complicated right now.
Matt's getting cummed in by a new dad now, that's all.
Well, I thought this was Dad's house here, but that's fine. It's Mom's house.
Stoner Dad's house, dude.
This is Stoner Dad's, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I love having Stoner Dads. Stoner Dads is such a sick podcast. It's always fun to do it. So.
That could be like the Captain Planet, join forces podcast. You know what I mean?
True.
It could be totally separate from this. Doesn't even matter.
I mean, dude, if we could put all of our dicks together and then we each get a day of the week to wield it, that would be pretty sick. I would cut off a third of my life. We had like all of our dicks and like I got like Monday. Nah, I want the weekend, but I get.
I just be like, guys, can we power up again? Is there any way we can get together and power up just again? I mean, okay, never mind.
I would do that.
Yeah.
I don't think I would. Yeah, I don't think I would trade dicks with anyone else or like dick up with anyone else but you guys.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
I was about to say,
I'll trade dicks with either of you right now, but
I don't
Dick up, what
I'll blindly trade dicks with most people. Most people.
True.
We'll go full Tina's out. We'll join them up with your powers combined. With your birds combined.
It'd be funny too to trade birds and then just like because I think a lot of times like the downward angle. I think I read this somewhere. Like the downward angle of looking at your bird makes it look smaller than it actually is in real life. So it sucked to trade birds with someone and still like neg someone else's bird. And it's like this thing.
They need like the trying on sneakers mirror at bird height.
True.
You know what I mean? Because you look down at shoes, every shoe looks bad.
You'd be like, yo, did you give me all of your dick? Because I gave you all of mine. I just wanted to make sure.
You're going to leave some dick in the car? Go check.
Dude, if someone Wild Wested your dick transaction, that would suck, dude. They tricked you and you're like, what? But no, we should definitely.
You fed this thing before you waited. I know you did.
Yeah.
You purposely didn't drink any water for 2 days before you traded dicks? Man, what the fuck? That'd be sick too. I'd trade dicks with fat people, because then it's like they got all that extra dick hidden in their body, so you get a good discount. They're like, nah, I'm only rocking like 5 3/4.
That's
like,
a fixer-upper dick.
I'll take it.
It is.
Yeah.
I'll take it and just get shredded, dude.
Do a little bit of keto.
Probably be 7.
Yeah. Make a couple trips to Home Depot.
Hell yeah, dude.
That sucks when you get fat enough to have that acorn cap dick. You know what I mean?
Oh, were you talking about like when it actually?
Yeah.
You get like a bowl.
Yeah.
You get like a half pipe.
That's
around
my
your dick?
least. My least favorite part of my body is the soft area directly above my dick.
Dude, how do you get rid of it, dude? It's like a fat pussy for dudes.
It is. That's exactly what it is. I was trying to figure out a way to say it because it's like on women, it's kind of sexy.
Yeah, you get a little pudding in your panties.
Yeah.
I gotta get all the pudding out of my panties, dude. I think if you just do planks all the time, you can get rid of your dick fat. Or like your...
Oh, I thought you were trying to increase it. You just do...
It can increase... If I just like start eating my dick fat. My dick fat, it goes right to my dick fat. When I eat like sweets...
Yeah.
It's like that's going to show
Until
up.
you get Fight Club abs, though, that's the softest part of your body. So I
Has
think
to
it's
be.
normal to hate it.
I think it's an evolutionary thing.
Yeah?
Because you don't want...
What's the benefit?
Of, when you're contacting. You don't want like you'd be punching your... You don't want to be like elbowing, your wife because you should only have sex with her. You don't want to be elbowing your wife's pussy.
I think it's a good thing because it like guarantees clitoral contact when you're fugging. Missionary, that at least.
True. That's true. I think I think it's what it is. I think it's like as your bird shrinks from being fat, you get more of a clitoral punch. It's an evolutionary thing. As your bird shrinks from being fat, it's just your body was just like, all right, well.
Because like it used to be like powerful to be a fat guy.
Yeah.
Like if you were fat, you were the king of the tribe or whatever.
Yeah.
And you had extra fucking clit power.
Yeah. I thought it was because like your brain can't let you think you're not tearing that pussy up. So if you have that extra fat,
My
it
brain
just
definitely
sounds
broke
like sounds like you're crushing puss. And you're only putting the tip in. And
There's a level of amateur porn that is usually like a fatter bald dude with like a big fat like a scoop of ice cream around his dick who's just fucking he's always banging like a Thailand sex slave too. It's always a Thai sex slave. It's like, oh, hanging out with a Thai chick, and it's like this woman's trapped.
Those dudes always push from the bottom though.
What do you
I
mean?
give it up for those dudes.
What do you mean
Those
push-
dudes
Oh.
always fuck up from the bottom. Hard as fuck. Harder than any jack dude you'll see.
Well, you have to. So yeah, if you're gonna fuck up from the bottom, I think what that is you know, I'm just spitballing here. Obviously, I never do this, but it's like you don't want your dick to slip out when she's on top. So you start fucking. You're like, whoop, 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 whoop.
And you go up while she's going up. And you chase her up.
You just follow her
And
around.
then follow her back down.
Yeah. As opposed to being like, could you move a half an inch south so you don't snap my bird in half?
I think they do that on purpose, just to humble you. They'll come all the way off it and be like, just like hovering. They'll go all the way above your dick and then come back down. You're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? What is that? That's not
Like when
mine.
you're throwing a baby in the air, you got a little bit of air.
You can't, don't get air. And it's like, dude, you can't get air on my bird.
Look, this is totally rad. I just need you to calm down.
I need you to not get air on my bird, please.
At least throw a 180 in.
Just grind rails on my dick. Just only manuals on my dick.
Yeah, dude. No getting it. I hate when people get air on my bird. 720. Comes back down, breaks my bird. I'm like, come on, dude.
I twisted my bird again.
Yeah, the wife got air last night. She got about 4 inches air, came down, fucking took me out.
Had to get the ace bandage out.
Oh man.
Yeah, no. I
I
don't
said,
like
dude, you can get air. If you want to get air out,
Yeah,
that's fucking risky business.
That's terrifying. That's like refueling a jet in midair.
it is. Dude, the re-entry is
All the
that's
way
a
out, all the
dangerous
way in,
re-entry,
dude. That's porn stuff.
That is. That is.
All the way
Yeah.
out, all the way in. It's so ridiculous.
That's strictly for dudes wearing sneakers and porn.
you have to have a dick that wants pussy more than you do. You know, it needs to be like a divining rod, so when it comes out, it doesn't change trajectory; it just goes straight back in. It's like you need a dick that finds pussy for that.
True.
All right, well, this is great.
Scream.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later.
All right, we're done. Thank you. See you on Patreon. Oh my God, we just watched some sick ass Republican propaganda, which
Hell yeah.
is pretty happy, man. I was on YouTube today, and I'm like looking at it, being like, dude, this is the level of like election time propaganda we're under. Like, you go on and just like, Joe Biden's a fucking pussy, and you're like, can I just watch the shit I'm trying to watch, please? It goes back and forth between being like, Trump loves cops, Joe Biden's a pussy. And then I saw someone sent me it on Patreon of that video I showed you guys of the Jack Black dude who's rapping about like how much he loves guns and Trump.
Gun-toting patriot.
Totin Patriot, dude. Lemaire, how'd you like that?
Yeah, it was,
Mike, please.
dude, I loved it. I was in love with Untitled Patriot. It's a bop. It's a great song. Did you see his shirt?
What did it say?
It said Obama Gate. Like Obama MAGA Gate. And
Really?
Capital O-B-A. Yeah.
It said Obama Gate, but the
Oh,
MAGA
the capitalization.
was capitalized.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
I thought they capitalized gate. I was watching that. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, why they capitalized all of Mugate. Well, they should have just done MAGA. Or
They did. They capitalized my gate.
MAGA, yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty. I don't know, dude. I feel like the fate of our fake democracy rests in the hands of black voters, because everyone wants the black vote so
Is that actually
bad.
true? I'm starting to feel like it's a myth. Nothing means anything.
You think black people are a myth?
Yeah.
You think black people in the
Wait,
U.S.
so
are
you
a
think
myth?
black people? are the
Until
true
I see one, I'm not just going to take your word for
So
it.
you think black people are the true Hebrews? Is what you're saying? I got some literature for you. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's also a conspiracy theory.
yeah,
that
melanated voters are a myth, dude.
True.
Everyone says like it comes down to the black vote. It's like does it? Nothing comes down to anything.
Yeah,
as far
black
as
people don't even vote.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of guilt with black people not voting. Old black ladies will be like, there's so much like we did so much shit so you could vote. You have to vote. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
My wife gets it a lot.
But they're I don't know. They're the first people not voting.
They might not vote though.
They're the first. They're like the NBA. 20% only 20% of old black ladies are registered to vote.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Damn.
the NBA. You hear about that? That was the NBA. The NBA is talking all this shit like everybody should vote. Go out there and make a change. Only 20% of the NBA players are registered to vote. Only the white ones.
Really?
So I didn't track it that much.
All of
it's
the
only the-
non-convicts.
Yeah.
It's only
Oh, I ain't say it.
the green chair. Dude.
That was the. Oh my God! I've been possessed by Shane before.
Yeah, but no. But I saw that they were saying only 20% of the NBA is registered to vote. But I mean, I can't imagine that more than 20% of the NBA is white. I feel like those numbers probably
Well, that's
have
kind of
something to do with
racist.
each other.
No, they're definitely not. Yeah.
Yeah.
And out of those white guys in the NBA, I would say what, like 60% of them are like from like
Czechoslovakia and
Europe,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, and the other 40% act like melanated voters.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's I think the majority of the country doesn't vote though. That's the other thing. Like they did a poll and like I think like at least 60% of the country doesn't vote.
Do you think the white players in the NBA are the black vote?
How? What, I don't understand.
I just because they're in there canvassing, what the black players in the NBA want, and they just go out and they vote for their interests. I think the white players in the NBA are the black vote. Like my white wife, she represents my black vote.
Do you vote?
No, she does.
Yeah. My wife calls me from the voting booth, and I'm like, pick it. She's like, who should I vote for? And I'm like, let me hear the names. I'm like, do that one.
Yeah,
No, she gets a lot of shit for not. Her mom's always like, you gotta vote.
Yeah, I get it. Do you ever? Well, your child is still very young, but eventually you're gonna have to give a child something that you'll have to save up for, and the second they stop using it, you're like, what the fuck, dude? That's like 2 paychecks that you're just letting collect dust. That's how old black ladies feel about voting.
True. I can see that being like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, we're at the point now where it's like, they're being like, Joe Biden's weak. He won't be able to handle it. And they're like, Trump's a fucking ass. It's like, why
Bro,
does the
get an ad blocker.
Well, it's also, I know. First of all, I have to. But
Why are you even letting the advertisers get to your eyeballs, let alone your
for some
brain,
reason, I'm
bro?
cheap about YouTube. I have like a bazillion of subscriptions for $10 a month, but I can't do YouTube Red. I'm like, I refuse. But what's also like, why does some 7-year-old's personality, like, why does the fate of the nation depend on somebody's personality? It's like, Joe Biden's a fucking pussy, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
what's that? What were we talking? Like, the issues can probably be broken down like mathematically and by logic, but it's like Trump's a fucking dick.
Because you're not actually like voting on issues. You're not voting on anything, dude. All you're doing is like voting on who gets like the bigger share of like what the military contractors are going to pay people to just do the shit that they want.
Yeah, and that's
doesn't
you can
matter.
tell they don't really even want the black vote. Because if they wanted the black vote, they'd be in there talking about which one of them gets more pussy.
Yep.
Who has the better sneakers? Let me see your guns.
It's going to get there, dude. Right now, the geezers are getting pandered to because they're the only people.
Wait,
who
Sid,
vote.
what would you go after Trump for to win the black vote? So you can't say like, here's what I'll do. They're not going to listen. When I say they, you know who I mean, right?
Oh, dude.
What would your video about Trump be to get the black vote?
First of all, there's no way Trump can dunk or even slap backboard on a layup. He's not even smacking backboard on a layup, dog. Come at me.
What's next after that?
I mean, that's all I got.
Yeah.
That's my whole platform.
Yeah.
If I smack backboard.
Well, right now, Candace Owens and Cardi B are beefing right now, basically over this thing. They're both being like, I think Candace Owens, I think she fired first. She called Cardi B illiterate. She was like, Cardi B's illiterate, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, Cardi B's, like the fact that Joe Biden is like giving an interview with Cardi B of all people, he's pandering. And then, and Cardi B gave a picture of Trump with like a bunch. It's so funny. It's Trump just going like, smiling into a camera. There's black people touching him, and they're in like spiritual rapture. It's pretty fucking sick. And she's like, "This is fucking pandering." It's like it's all fucking pandering.
Yeah, dude. I just don't even observe.
I just want people to turn it off.
It's over.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, I get people who send me shit about it, like, well, blah, blah, this and that. It's like, dude, turn that shit the fuck
That's
off.
my next corner I'm turning. Like I've basically been cut off by all of like the people who love or plan on voting for Biden in my life. Next, I need to have a serious talk with anyone I know that's like retweeting shit like that, like owns the Democrats. It's like, dude, we don't even participate. Get the fuck out of here.
Shut that shit down.
It does not fucking matter.
Yeah, I've been trying to get my YouTube out of my YouTube, and it's funny because like I am whenever I see like a black conservative owning someone, I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, I'm not interested. Oh,
Yeah,
God
it is
damn
it is still funny enough
It is,
to at least
yeah.
like spare a little chuckle for.
Those are the best owning videos online because typically they're owning like some white person that you really think should get it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you just look at their posture and say, I hope a black person just ruins your day.
Yeah.
And then they come in there with their fucking conservative propaganda. I love it. I love black
Yeah.
conservatives ruining people's days.
It's fucking awesome to watch, but it's like then again, it's the same thing of watching like, some lady with like a weird haircut. Also too, I'm wondering like, are there goths anymore, or are they just like Antifa now? So I haven't seen goths anymore, but I do see a lot of lady who I see like people who are like should be goths, but they just have like purple and blue hair now.
Every woman every white woman between 29 and 31 is goth now, and obviously it doesn't mean anything.
Are they repping like the like demonic spirit world still, or is it just social like justice issues?
I mean, they talk about that, but mostly they just complain and bitch about staying regular and shit like that, dude. It's just all boring old lady shit. And then also they have weird eyelashes and eyebrows, and they're like, oh, I'm fucking goth. I fucking hate my boyfriend. All that shit. That's all.
So do you still get some goths? Because I haven't seen any. I see people who are like, in my head, I'm like, you look like you would be a goth, but it's like, I guess they've like stopped operating in service to the Dark Lord.
Yeah, I think the Dark Lord might close up shop because all these fucking dumb bitches moved on. I might become a Mumia guy, by the way.
What?
I'm thinking about becoming a Mumia guy.
What's Mumia?
Mumia Abu Jamal? You guys don't know about Mumia?
No.
Oh, wait,
Fuck, I was hoping you guys would know all about
Isn't he the
Mumia.
guy that shot a cop?
Supposedly. He was convicted for it, but there's still...
Oh, he freed the Mumia.
There's controversy. Yeah, I'm going to be a free Mumia guy.
Pretty tight.
Just try it out, see what happens.
It's not bad.
I mean, if nothing means anything, I might as well just do the dumbest, weirdest shit I can do.
Yeah, there should be little thing. I'm gonna get little starter kits instead of you get like produce delivered to your door. It's just like, here's an identity. Here's all the stuff.
Here's your subscription box. Here's your new weird shit for the month. Here's your crybaby box, dude. Get really upset for 30 days. Never talk to half the people you know again.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to be watching stuff. I don't think we're supposed to be trying to care about stuff that's not like within our like as far as we can like see. Like
Absolutely
they're
not.
There's wildfires in California. It's like, dude, that sucks. If I was in California, I'd be very upset about this. But like, frankly, I'm not affected by it. And it sounds really selfish, but I truly don't care.
Yeah.
Like I see it, it's fucked up. If I know somebody there, I'm like, oh my god, are you okay? But it's like it sucks. It's fucking horrible. But I have too much stuff on my plate. I can't worry about fires.
Yeah.
Even halfway across. Even if it was like Western Pennsylvania, I'd be like, I'm Eastern Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
My
I'm
plate's
good.
full. Fuck off.
I would love to know, like, there's probably a couple of different levels it works on, but like geographically and like emotionally, how far is my radius of giving a shit?
Basically,
Mine's
it's
like
like
4 blocks.
California's on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, can I still get peaches?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm totally good.
Yeah, until it's like no more avocados. I'm like, someone's got to do something about this.
Yeah.
And
we
like,
got a
dude,
problem.
don't get me
No,
wrong.
we got a problem.
If it was useful, I would pretend to give a shit about a lot more stuff. But I don't think it's actually very useful. If anything, it probably makes me more useless. I become like a drag on the people that like depend on me and care about me. So it's like I'm kind of doing everyone a favor by not pretending to give a shit about stuff online.
It's like stay useful, don't care.
Yeah.
Well, so like I said, if I was if like my mom was like being engulfed in flames as we speak, I'd be like, man, this is fucking horrible. But it's like, dude, do you truly, or do you know nobody who's getting burned up there? Like, it's just, I don't know. To me, maybe
I mean, it depends on where she's engulfed by flames.
True.
I mean, I'm here. Where is she engulfed by flames?
Yeah, I know people who call me about the news, like, everything's so fucked up. It's like, dude, to literally turn it off. It's like, how big of a problem can it be if you shut that show off? Like, if I've been watching a lot of Smallville. If I start hitting you guys with like Kryptonian facts and all this stuff, I'm like, dude, just turn that shit off. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I would say.
It's like, dude, no, there's fucking red Krypton, there's green Krypton, there's black Krypton. It's like, dude, turn it off.
No, you don't understand.
if you were in a position in life where like your boss can be mean to you and it'll ruin your afternoon, you have no obligation to give a shit about anything that you can't see. I think, like right in front of you in real life. The further you try to like solve the world's ills, I think the deeper of a hole you get into until you're just like a boring old guy who really never did actually anything for anybody, and you're just waiting to die.
Yeah, that's why you need to have kids so you know exactly where your problems are.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Although you are creating some problems for yourself.
I mean, those are the problems you created. You know, it's like, but now you know exactly where they are, so you don't have to make up other problems.
Yeah.
You know, like my problems are at home with a babysitter right now.
Yeah, like that's true. If you're like your life's cause, you're like in Wichita, Kansas, and you're like, we have to free Uganda. And it's like, all right.
Don't you think it's like I think it is funny that you have people trying to solve all of like the ills of the world while also kind of trying to have a normal life or like trying to like be an artist. It's like, here's my new song, by the way, ACAT, and then they have to like list all of like their causes. It's like, well, then how did you make anything? Did you stop caring about that stuff while you made something? You didn't care about you weren't saying ACAT while you wrote a song?
Yeah.
So don't fucking put it in my face.
I recognize it's sad, but I can't pretend that I'm like disheveled. When I see anything that's not like, even with there was like helicopters flying above me and like stores getting looted, and I was in my house, it's kind of like, this will be over. This will end. Like, this will end in a couple weeks. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm a fucking asshole.
Dude, there was 6 gunshots. I was woken up by 6 gunshots last night, and I ran to I have a big bay window in the front of my house. I ran to my window, and I couldn't see anyone that was upset about it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see any like smoke, and I didn't see any sirens. I was like, what am I gonna go outside? I just went back to bed.
Yeah.
So someone potentially was shot 6 times within earshot of my front door, and I couldn't. I was like, I got a lot to do tomorrow. I went back to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what he did.
Yeah, I think that would help people big time. It's like, dude, turn off the news.
Yeah.
You know, stop worrying about like, dude, Biden's hiding in his basement. He's no way. It's like, dude, okay.
Dude, the Dems are gonna blow this. Like, who cares, dude? It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter to you. It's never mattered to me.
Exactly.
My guys, back when I gave a shit, my guys like won elections, and like I got to watch like mathematically my life get worse because of things that they did, and I was like, I kind of gave a shit about the wrong thing there. I should put those resources somewhere else in my life.
Dude, I say these are the new party lines. I feel like girls are Democrats, boys are Republicans. We should just rock it like that. Okay, Democrats for girls, Republicans for boys, and then just let it rip, dude. I'm pretty. I'm sorry, dude. I don't mean to be political, but I think the Democrats are for girls. Democrats are for girls, Republicans are for boys. Let's all get along and move on. If you're a boy and you're a Democrat, stop being a girl. Become a Republican.
Isn't it weird that also that they kind of think that like once one side, they think that one side's going to eventually win everything, and there's not going to be the other side.
If one side wins everything, that's a fucking totalitarian regime.
Yeah.
So it's never going to happen. They keep.
Yeah.
You get like Bush is in office, and then they kind of lies about weapons of mass destruction, which
Kind of lies.
it kind of
yeah.
invades a country and kills hundreds of thousands of people, and everyone's like, "You're a war criminal," and now everyone says war criminal. So like, what does it even mean? But it's like then that happens. Then now it's like Bill Clinton. Then there's a bunch of scandals with him. So it's like Bush fucked us up so bad, I'm gonna take us here. Then the next Republican leader after Clinton is like, Clinton fucked up the country. I'm gonna, and they trade back and forth. So both people are about to be like, it's on, and it's never on. They're just stagnated and just getting fucked left, right, and center. Dude, the narrative right now is that like black people are being hunted by the police, white people are about to get like completely dunked on by communism. Both parties are being like, yo, you guys will die if we don't win. And that's the state we're in right now. And it's like neither of those are going to happen. You guys it'll be the same old shit as it's always been year after year. They're just hyping up the fear factor on everybody because so many, dude, fucking like I think like 7 years ago they did a poll and they were like, do you think the government makes decisions with your best interest? And I think 30% of people said yes. So then that was before Obama. So then Obama came, and all of a sudden it's like if you're like, yo, I think the government's full of shit, people are like, you're a fucking dork, dude. What do you love Trump? Blah, blah, blah. So I think the government psyoped us to get, people have faith in government now. Because now if you're like, dude, I'm not wearing a mask, they're like, what are you, a fucking piece of shit? Well, and it's like, I get not wearing it, but it's like, dude, it literally 7 years ago, I forget, people can look it up, but there was a poll, and it was like 70% of people were like, yeah, the government's full of shit. And now
This is bumming me out.
If you say that, now it's come about where if you're like, yo, the government's full of shit, people are like, fuck you, dude. What are you, conspiracy theorist? Vote Biden.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I guess.
Yeah, I liked it back when we all thought the government was full of shit and thought science was cool.
Better.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like science used to be cool. You know, and we used to know. Remember back when we?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, I mean, not that it was
Talking Bill Nye or
cool.
Neil deGrasse.
Well, I was talking.
Nothing was ever cooler than when I would fill my school bag all the way up. I love dinosaurs. Name a cooler time in history.
It's back when guys were allowed to be autistic.
That's what I'm talking about. Do you remember back when we all had an awareness that science was incomplete, right? That it was an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden people are just like, well, why the fuck isn't all the science out on the coronavirus? It's like, dude, science is an incomplete thing. It's never complete.
True.
We're always going to be learning shit.
Yeah.
You know? And now they're like using that against us.
Lemaire?
Excuse me,
Are you
Lemaire.
stoned? What's that rumbling around? What's that rumbling around?
It's just some water bottles.
Oh. That's what happens, man. You should have went with like 2 white potheads. You got ethnic potheads. That's not a good idea. You put ethnic potheads together, they just start doing their own shit.
Honestly, they keep the chatter down. So that would be sick if there's a constant buzz of chatter behind us. Like, yo.
like you start saying something, Lemaire was like, "Oh no, Matt, don't go in there! Don't go in there!"
They're just showing each other viral videos left and right. Like, yo, check this out. Also, I'm proud of you guys. No one's charging their phone right now. It's pretty good.
The ultimate move, if they just constantly interrupted the podcast to show you pictures of fucking fat, naked women on the internet. What about that? Like that one?
They got to do a Cricket Mobile commercial where they're like, and the new Cricket Mobile 7 has 30 minutes of battery time. You can make it literally to work. Plug in your phone. But Sid, I think you're absolutely right, man. I think that's people now are like, I just trust science. And it's like, which part of it, dude? There's like always conflicting views in it, and people are like, no, I can, the one with the most money behind it. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It's the science we hear first. Like that's the credible science. Like whatever information we hear first, if somebody in a lab coat tells us something first, we're like, yes, that. And then anybody else comes out with something. First of all, like so, you take the coronavirus for example. They were like, you gotta stay inside. And then we're like, yeah, that's right. You got to stay inside.
Yeah.
And then pandemic came out, was like, yo, but that's how we build an immunity. We have to go out and embrace this. We're like, fuck you, dude. Stay inside.
Yeah.
But like for years, up until they said stay inside, the science was get your immunity.
Yeah.
Like go out there and embrace shit. So like, how did that even switch?
Well, dude, science caused the peanut allergy. Well, it didn't cause it, but that was the thing was like, dude, keep kids away from peanuts altogether. Mm-hmm. And like, dude, kids were dying because they had, the peanut allergies, and then they came out and they're like, oh, actually, like they're like, keep all the peanuts out of schools, blah blah blah, and then they came out like, actually, no, if you give your kids peanuts,
you're making the peanuts stronger. You fell right into their
they
trap.
make the peanuts, they make the peanuts stronger, dude. Mr. Planter, dude. But no, the science said like, no, keep peanuts away from kids. Just like kids and peanuts can't be near each other anymore. And then they came out and was like, actually, no, the kids are dying because of that. You got to expose your kids to peanuts. Like really, and people would have been like, oh, I trust this, dude. I brought when I was working when I had my internship last year in a high school, or I was in a grade school. I brought fucking Reese cups in there, and it was like the kids freaked out. They're like, holy shit, we have fucking Reese cups, and I was like, oh, I didn't know I wasn't allowed to have them, so I had to walk from the room like holding them. I felt like I was like smuggling a pound of weed, dude. I was walking with Reese cups, just like, oh my god.
We had a lady. One time I was talking to a lady about her son's peanut allergies, and then Tim tumble-rolled into the conversation, and he was like, what are you guys talking about? We're like talking about peanut allergies, and Tim was like, oh, my whole entire diet is peanut butter. And the lady was like, oh my God. You would have thought he pulled peanut butter out and rubbed it on her kid right then and there.
Yeah, I was asked to leave a children's jiu-jitsu class I was coaching.
Because you eat so much peanut butter?
Well, because I had just finished eating an Uncrustable on the mat. On the mat.
Did you ever toast an Uncrustable?
No.
Time out. Let's get serious. Have you ever toasted an Uncrustable?
No, dude.
Ooh, my God, dude.
Yeah?
You got to
So
toast
fun.
it on high? I mean, I would imagine you have to toast it on high
It's
heat.
frozen. They're frozen. I haven't had one in a while.
Okay.
I think you would microwave it to defrost it.
No, you
slap
leave it out to defrost it. What
Or
the
leave
fuck
it
is
out.
wrong with-
Either
No,
one.
you're
Yeah, it's true. If you microwave it, it'll turn into
gonna
like
fuck it up.
mortar at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, it separates the peanut butter.
Defrost it. Toss one of those things in the toaster. Bro, an Uncrustable toasted.
I'm already a 2 Uncrustable serving guy. I don't need to do anything that's... I'm not trying to fucking make my bird disappear. I've got a great balance.
You want a half pipe?
I've got a perfect balance of fucking fat
bird.
dick meat, clit stimulation, and you know what I'm talking about?
True.
I'm not trying to fucking ruin the...
If you doubled your Uncrustable
ratio.
intake. Dude, eating an Uncrustable on the mat.
I was like putting the last bite in my mouth. She's like, doesn't have peanut butter in it, does it? I was like,
Yeah.
It doesn't have, like, what do you mean, crust? No, it doesn't have crust.
no.
It's
It
Uncrustable.
doesn't have what?
I don't know why, but I remember in my mind you with the Uncrustable in your hand, tumble rolling into the conversation.
I literally rolled it.
So she asked you to leave?
She asked me to go wash my face in the bathroom to get the peanut butter off of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did not plan on touching any children with my face.
Yeah. Did the kid have the peanut allergy?
Yeah, a touch peanut allergy. So if you touch you touch anything that has been contaminated with the nut,
Yeah.
Weird.
You'll
I don't
die.
think I don't think her kid actually has the peanut allergy because I
Don't tell me
watched
that.
her kid work with my kid multiple times, and every time my kids show up anywhere, they are lathered in peanut butter.
Yeah, true.
I make sure of it.
Yeah, I gave Maya peanut butter like pretty early.
Yeah.
Oh
I put
yeah,
on-
they
I
tell you
put on
don't even
tongue.
try certain foods with babies. 'cause
Bullshit. No, dude, my pediatrician was telling us, or really Maya's was like, there's like a window when they're little that like you can just give them whatever. Like just
Yeah.
have some Benadryl handy. Worst comes to worst, hit them with some Benny.
Yeah.
They're like you'll know.
You and I are kind of lucky because our kids are like peanut butter color.
True.
So you can't really tell if they're covered in peanut butter. That's why my kids just show up. My kids show up a hot mess everywhere they go, but nobody knows. Because they're just
Oh,
the
the
same
peanut
thing.
butter camouflage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like driving a dark colored car. You got to get it washed less often.
True. That is PB camouflage, dude. Yeah, I mean that sucks. Sucks. Kids had to die.
Do they? I have a. You want to know
it's
one of
false
my
flag?
dumb beliefs? I believe no one's ever died from a food allergy. I know my sister has a shellfish allergy, and
Yeah.
she is one of her favorite delicacies is anything that's like she's allergic, like this shellfish allergy triggers, and she'll just come home from a night out just looking fully bullfrogged out in the throat.
Yeah,
and
I
she's
knew-
like,
I knew
hell yeah,
someone
dude,
who-
you got into some crab
I know
legs.
someone who used to buy EpiPens and just like pig on shrimp and just hit himself. Just be like, fuck it. And his epi
They're
himself.
epi-tripping, dude.
Dude, epi-trip, dude. Yeah, I it's funny too when you get into the allergies between different races because it's like white people I think have certain allergies. Black people have like I've encountered like I'm allergic to oranges. I'm like, what? The fuck?
Yeah, that's a strange one.
It's like I can't eat melons. So it fucks up my. It's like say what?
That's me.
Really?
Melons I have an allergic reaction to melons.
Yeah, dude.
I still eat them.
Really?
Except watermelon because I'm not trying to,
Yeah.
fulfill any stereotypes.
You don't want to die from it.
Yeah.
Like local man
Yeah.
dies from watermelon.
That would be the worst way to go.
It's a picture of you in a watermelon.
And then people are like, I told you he wasn't black.
True, a black conservative can't risk dying from a
Yeah,
watermelon, dude.
Lemaire, he's already writing the blog right now. Lemaire's over there writing it like, dude, Sidney ain't black. He's allergic to watermelon.
Oh man, but yeah, I've noticed that. I remember the kids I worked with would hit me with They'd hit me with allergies that I was just like, get the fuck out of here. Same when black people encounter me with gluten allergies, they're like, shut up, and I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
come on, oranges, come on, give me a fucking break, give me a fucking break here, dude.
I think there's something that's making people more allergic to shit too. Like lifestyle. I'm not saying there's like, chemtrails or anything, but like I think our lifestyles are making us more allergic to shit.
Yeah.
A fucking lady I know who's like 40 years old just found out that she's allergic to corn. She was like getting sick and she had to go to a doctor and the doctor's like, you have a corn allergy. She was like, shut the fuck up. No one's allergic to, and now she's
allergic
she's
to
got to
corn.
avoid corn.
Yeah, I think it's probably, I don't know if it's because they used to spray pesticides, I feel like even more, but I don't know. That's some people say it is like kind of all the pesticides, or someone can say like the food's genetically modified. So now like people, your body's just like, the fuck is this? So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're not eating the original corn.
Yeah.
We're not eating maize. You
No.
know? This is beefed up corn.
My boy claims to have landrace strain of OG corn, OG sweet corn. Claims. I don't know.
Outdoors?
I haven't tasted it.
Is it outdoors?
Outdoor
You got
sweet
some
corn.
outdoors?
It's outdoor sweet
Oh,
corn.
shit.
OG landrace strain.
Sour maize.
Dude, have you had like a regular like a seeded watermelon anytime recently?
No. What am I, fucking homeless? Get out of my face.
I only fuck with seeds.
Seeded
I
watermelon.
don't trust unseeded watermelon.
I mean, it's so fucking awesome when it has no seeds. But I had a seeded one yesterday. I'm like, holy fuck! It's like every bite, you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
pretty tight.
Eating seedless watermelon is the most in the future, I feel. I'm just like, dude, we've mastered the world.
We
It's ours.
we fucking whip this bitch.
That's why black people eat watermelon, because we get to spit the seeds out.
True.
Yeah.
Kinda
we
rules.
only eat food where we also get to spit it out.
True.
like
Look-
sunflower seeds.
Do they still have that steakhouse where you can like eat peanuts and throw them like at the
Lone
waitress?
Star?
Yeah. You just like
think-
throw the
Five
peanuts
Guys.
at the waitress.
You're
Like,
thinking
fuck
of Five
you.
Guys
Yeah.
burgers.
No.
No, Lone
Lone
Star.
Star used to
Lone
be able
Star.
to eat the peanuts and then just throw the shells on the ground.
Sid, what's the what's that black food that makes where to spit the seed out you have to cross the street really slowly? What's that?
That's sunflower seeds. That's for sure sunflower seeds.
That's why we eat sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds are cross-cultural.
Oh,
White
for
dudes
sure. Yeah.
love white dudes spit them unsuccessfully out of their car, and they just land in the back seat.
Yeah, like in the window, like in that window ledge.
Dude, so I was down in Florida recently, and the lady came up. So we're at the house, and the lady came up, was like, "Oh, I live here. This is a neighbor here. Blah 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 blah." And apparently, she was like, one of the lady's husbands just died. And I was like, "Oh, that sucks." She's like, "No, it's pretty funny actually. He accidentally poisoned himself. He tried to make himself a health concoction, with like
tonic?
a tonic. The shit that was growing outside. He picked like, I don't know if you ever did this when you were like really little. You'd make potions.
Yeah.
You take like weird berries and mix them in water.
Three
like-
different sodas.
Yeah, my cousin used to actually try to make a poison for his neighbor. So he would mix like these weird berries and like mash them up with mud and all kinds of shit and be like, "I'm gonna get her to drink this." I'm like, "Dude, she's never gonna drink that." But this guy made a potion from like these weird berries, drank it, died. Damn. He made a potion for himself at like 75 and fucking croaked outside.
Jesus Christ.
Just
This is a
died.
75-year-old kindergartner.
Died outside, but apparently he had exposed himself. So I was like, I was
Wait,
wondering
as
why.
he was like,
No. He had exposed before.
okay,
Wait.
So he was Greek, so.
yeah.
it
Oh well,
happens.
come on,
Yeah.
that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Wait, I feel like I just lost time. What do you mean he exposed himself?
So I was wondering why the lady was being so kind of like, "Yeah, he died. It was hilarious." But apparently, like a year before, he had like showed Bird through her. Like she was looking out her. He actually exposed Bird from outside her house.
He pressed it into the screen door.
I think the window. He just like showed Bird and was like, "Sorry, I didn't know you're there."
I mean, she's
Kinda
lucky
act like he
she
just,
was
like,
living
flopping
next
Bird.
to an old Greek dude that ever had Bird not exposed.
True.
Like old Greek dudes always have their dick out.
True.
Like all that. Like that's like the closer you get to like the source of the romance languages. Like when they get older, their dicks are never
Speedo
in.
for
Yeah.
sure. It's like one of those
Yeah.
speedos with like just their balls on either side.
Basically,
It's like a thonged testicle.
After they take a bath, they go outside and dry it on the porch with a towel. Just individual bird rolling.
Yeah, we should get into that. Showing. I would definitely show testes, dude.
Yeah?
Showing testes.
I was talking about showing testicle cleavage years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Talking like hanging them out the side or just like.
I don't know what the mechanics of it would be, but it's
Very
just got to be a hint. You need to show a hint of
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
But then you get the pheromones flown, and who knows what kind of trouble you get
just
in.
show the one. Show your best one.
True.
Just put the best one out there.
Whatever hangs lower.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Let them know what you're working with.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought about showing my balls. And like, I think you're allowed to show your balls, aren't you? I think you're allowed to show your testicles. If you're like, I don't think that's indecent exposure. I think bell end constitutes indecent exposure. 'Cause
I
women
can hear
show-
Lemaire Googling it.
Women can show certain. As I know, there's a law. You can legally show. I think like an
Little
inch
bit
and
of
a
lip?
half of your butt crack. I think there's a limit on your butt crack before like it goes from plumbers to like moon. So I think you're allowed. I think legally you're allowed to expose someone to like 3 inches of your butt crack.
Yeah, I remember when
It's your God-given right.
the
to be like-
WWF figured that out with Lita, and she got to show her crack on TV every Monday night. They had the ratio down. What is it, Lemaire?
No dice.
What? No testicles?
No testicles.
Well,
What about that ass? How much ass?
we found
Indecent
our
exposure.
movement.
What happened to it?
What about ball skin? What about a flap of ball skin? What if you're like, hey, you want some bubble gum?
I'll read you.
Pull out a little bit of ball skin.
Once it loads, I'll read you the legislature
On balls?
on indecent exposure.
I need specifics.
It tells you. That's
Yeah,
what
if-
the
It says, like,
law.
thou-
If it's funny, does that count as indecent exposure?
Does it read as like, thou shall not show any testicles,
essentially.
nor any bell end,
a person commits the crime of indecent exposure if with intent to arouse. Where'd it go?
What if you're just teaching?
God damn it.
What
Wait,
if
so
you're
you're
just
trying to get somebody horny?
With intent to arouse or gratify sexual desire of himself or of any person other than his spouse, he exposes his genitals under circumstances in which he knows his conduct is likely to cause affront or alarm in any public place or the private premise of another or so near thereto as to be seen from such private premises.
Wait a second. So if I
That's Alabama.
so if I stood on my porch with my dick out to get my wife wet, that's
That's
counts?
fine. That's
Someone's
okay.
on-
Unless someone else saw
Then you
it.
can
Unless
shoot
someone
them.
else sees it
But you
and
can
is
shoot them.
upset about
You can
it.
shoot them.
But you can shoot them because it's Alabama.
If they're on your property, they see your dick, you can shoot them.
It's castle doctrine.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to be way on my property to see my dick. Like that is, I can definitely stay in
You
my
need to be a
ground.
burglar.
But it has to be intent to arouse. So if you go to a playground, you're like, I hate this, and you take your dick out, you're in the clear, dude.
If you want, well, the Pennsylvania statute.
Dude, tell me why I love Pennsylvania. I
With
know it's
this
gonna
one
happen.
trick, cops hate
I
him.
love how they had to figure this out in like the 1700s. Like, you can show your penis to your wife. Thou can show penis to wife.
The
From
offense
thou
defined.
house. From thine house.
A person commits indecent exposure if that person exposes his or her genitals in any public place or in any place where there are present other persons under circumstances in which he or she knows or should know that this conduct is likely to offend, affront, or alarm. So if you're autistic, you can just show testicles.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
It says if you're aware that it'll like mess somebody up, then it's against the law. If you're clueless to the matter, you can do whatever you want.
But could I be like
Claim
like,
autism.
Like if the cops showed up and I was like, I didn't know there were going to be pussies about that.
Yeah, I didn't understand they get upset. Yeah. It's a cultural thing.
Damn, I already got.
Yeah,
Good,
you're
right?
fine.
Yeah.
I already got my answer.
Well, also, there was I've had a couple strolls, and, I don't really care about this, but Brittany gets really upset when people pee in public and, like, show full bird. Like, we'll get, like, really daring public urinators who just, like, bust out a fucking hog and just pee, and then she'll be like, ah, and it's like, first of all, I'm like, dude, she'll always be like, is that person peeing? Are they peeing? Oh, I saw their penis. It's like, well, you asked 3 times if they were peeing, continue to stare,
Yeah.
and then you saw their penis.
Yeah, you like craned your neck for the
Yeah,
proper
like
angle.
that's
Yeah.
kind of, I hate that. That's kind of your fault. It's like, I mean, the dude was, and that's the other thing. The guy, I think he was like, no, I'm just taking a piss, but it might be because I think people who need to show bird, it's like a real compulsion. Like they're like, fuck, I gotta show it. And like, I'm just taking a piss, and he was like, flop bird, dude. This guy did it. Like 2 girls walked by, and he just like, honk. I was on the other side of the street, but they like got an up close view, and they were like, what the fuck. So I think if you're like a have to show bird kind of person, which, it's not a nice thing to do, but appreciate the confidence.
How much of your bird do you take out when you piss? In
This
public?
dude busted out his dick, dude. Because she was like, ooh, I saw his penis. And I like saw it out of the corner of my eye. And I'm like, that was his dick. And I was like, god damn it.
Yeah.
It was fucking nice.
Yeah, it's like,
He had
damn,
a
I
fat fucking dick. I saw it from my peripheral.
thought he was opening a hoagie. What the fuck was that?
I thought he made a fist. But yeah, he busted dong out. And he actually peed right in front of like some public health building.
It'll get cleaned up.
Yeah, it was actually, I went by because she went home and we were going to the dog park, so she left the dog park early, so I like walked on that side of the street to like see his piss puddle. Wasn't that big, so I'm like, this guy might have just been showing dog.
Yeah.
It was like
It
a
was an
spray.
emergency piss?
Yeah, this wasn't. Yeah, emergency piss goes like I would have followed that down the street into the sewer.
Yeah.
This was like the last 25% of the block.
Yeah.
I've taken emergency pisses in public. They run.
Yeah.
They go, a little waterfall off the curb, down a thing. This was just like a cat splat, just like a splat, and then like it stopped like probably a foot later.
I feel like you see ladies piss in Philly a lot.
Dude,
This might be the lady piss capital of the world.
Spud has a fucking camera on his driveway. It's nothing but people shitting in his driveway. People take shits. People take shits in his driveway, and he's like, dude, women, like they're like professionally dressed. They'll just stop and just spray piss everywhere, and just
They
pull their
love it.
pants up and leave
Women secretly love pissing.
in public.
Yeah, outside at least. I don't know if they
mean-
want to be witnessed, but they're like, guys, I think I got to pee outside. And all the other women are like, oh, go ahead. Yeah.
It's a major insecurity for speaking on behalf of all women around the world. It's a major insecurity for women to not be able to stand up and pee. I mean, dude, Imagine if you all had to sit down and pee and your wife just like stood up and was like, like checking her phone. You'd be like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking rules. And you're just like, and I'm just like, yo, I see that little mark you left. I'm going to blast that. I'm going to precisely aim and blast that off the side.
I'm gonna split your arrow.
It's got to fuck you up.
Dude, I remember the first piss that I was ever envious of was this guy, this big dude, full public piss, but he was like walking forward as he was pissing.
Ooh.
And I was like, I gotta fucking try that. That's sick. Tried it the first time I tried it, pissed all over my basketball shorts. Like, I think I'm walking too fast.
Yeah. If you ever see a dude walking down the street backwards and you can't see his hands, he's pissing.
Oh, I've done a lot of backwards walks. Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, St. Patty's Day, that is like just people backwards walk pissing down the street. Dude.
Yeah.
No, it's actually a funny visual seeing like you as a young boy to seeing this guy just like just walking. I mean, in reality, that's how you're supposed to piss.
Yeah.
You're supposed to piss and like cautiously walk behind it.
Yeah, with Sid watching you like like he's watching a parade, like he's watching an astronaut go by. Like, wow.
Yo, what angle are you using, dude?
Mom, look. Do you think someday?
You probably were angling too high
A
up.
fucking piss parade. Just every dude who can piss while walking down Main Street.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm starting to get a little bold in the public bathrooms. I've been flying a decent amount. I've been stepping back. I've been like I've been getting some distance in public urinals.
A little bit of razzle dazzle.
I've been making up for lack of bird with just like fucking long shot.
Just confidence.
I'm like, yeah, man, I see what you got over there, but can you do this? And I'm back like a dude. I've been sitting back like a while, just being like, say something,
Damn, I've gone.
do something about this, dude.
I've been I've adjusted since I've had so many like shitting your pants close calls. I've fully adjusted to even the filthiest bathroom situation. I've gone full Indonesian toilet. I stand on the seat with my sneakers. Yeah. I don't hover anymore, dude. It wears out your quads, and I'm a bigger fella. So
You've crouched basically.
Bro, I did it in a porta potty when I was at the hotel from Twin Peaks. When I was in where is that? Whatever, out in
Twin
Oregon.
Peaks.
Yeah, or Washington. There was like no inside bathrooms, and all the like porta potties outside were just demolished.
Yeah, of course. They come like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Guy drops them off, like shit's everywhere in them. And
bro, I went in one, fucking jumped, did the 180, and just feet onto the seat.
He parkoured onto the toilet.
Dude. Well, because you can't touch anything inside to like brace yourself to get up.
Well, the dude who drops them off, I'm pretty sure a standard issue is you shit and you pee all over them, and then you write the N-word on the side. You're like, all right, it's all ready for you.
Like smack the toy as you're going out. Pop, this ready. This was
It's ready
ready.
for you guys.
There's a second guy with a clipboard checking it off. He's like, you got the N-word, right? All right.
Oh shit! I gotta go back.
Someone else did too. I think we're.
It's left from last time. It's all good.
So yeah, I've tried it since then. I've tried it out in rest stops, a campground bathroom.
You ever like splatter on? I guess are you dropping logs or like does this work with diarrhea?
I mean,
Like a
dude,
purple belt level shitter.
I run the fucking gamut, bro.
True.
Come on, man. I'm not.
It's whatever.
You're not gonna get married to one shit for the rest of your life, dude.
I'm
I'll
in
go
a phase
log.
right now.
I'll go loose.
I'm
What
in
are you
a
in?
big shrimp basket phase. Not even shrimp basket. I'm in like a leech it like a. I think it's an intestinal blockage. But it's like when you get those flat fucking snaky turds. I've been rocking. It's snakes in a can.
That's the one I won't put up
You sit
with.
down, you go, "Ugh," and you
Dude.
look down. It's just like 9 skinny turds, and you're like, what the
No,
hell?
I'll go full liquid inverted mushroom cloud like up the side of the bowl. That's fine.
love that,
I
dude.
won't do skinny snakes. Get that shit out of my face.
I've looked it up. I think it's when you're. I don't know what causes this, but I guess if I'm eating the wrong stuff, I can get maybe it's super spicy food. Your intestines will kind of, I guess they inflame, and then there's like one spot of your intestines that are inflamed, and then the turd gets Play-Doh molded, like it's like steamrolled.
Oh, it kinks the hose. Yeah.
Kinks the hose, and then you get flat flat turds.
You've got a thumb over your butthole.
I got a bad asshole, dude. My grandfather, on my dad's side,
Dude.
died of asshole poisoning. So
Wow.
he had asshole stuff.
Did he concoct that in his back?
He put a bunch of berries in his head.
No, he died from asshole. Asshole took out my grandfather.
Oh man.
Turns out it was asshole. Doctor's like, you got a bad asshole.
You got a toxic asshole, dude. How long do I have to live?
So like, your asshole doesn't work, and he was like, you're gay. He died.
You're
I
like
to get my asshole checked.
Who would even check another man's asshole?
Yeah.
I used to talk about that in stand-up.
Gay
actually.
doctors only.
Yeah.
Dude.
I swear to God, I used to talk about this in stand-up, but it was family lore that the doctor was like, we got to check you out. And he was like, fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
He turned down like a butthole check and then just died of colon cancer. He's like, that's fucking gay. Also crashed a trash truck into a bridge. It was,
Same day?
He didn't have he didn't have the clearance.
Yeah.
And just fucking
Dude, clearance is gay.
right, it got bucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Have you considered that maybe your nightmare hemorrhoid is like Eye of Sauron gathering strength right now, and it's gonna show his face again?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I also found out I was
This is making me fart. I'm sorry.
It's all good. You can fire. Dude, I found out from we talked about this before on the podcast, but I like for some sort of school thing, I had to look into like as far as you can go back, see like your grandparents, like what was up with their life, and do like a whole like family tree, like genealogy thing, because you're trying to assess like intergenerational stuff and like your personal family context. And my aunt was like, yeah, your great grandmom dropped one of her kids into the Schuylkill.
Oh yeah, I remember the story.
Dude, I was like, we were down in Florida and I was near the Gulf and I was holding Maya. We're checking out the fish and I was like death gripping. I was like, dude, this shit is fucking in the family. I was so scared of fucking dropping her in the water because I was like, we're feeding. There's all these catfish coming up. It was super fun, but I was like, this is probably what got one of my great uncles, dude. She's like,
Family
dude, look
curse.
at that catfish, and he was like, "Whoa."
You want to
How
feed the
horrible.
ducks?
Imagine dropping like a fucking 18-month-old into the water. That's it. Game over, dude.
Did I talk about the kayaking kid on here?
No.
When I was in the Pacific Northwest, we went to this fucking campground. I talked about this on Dad Meet, but this fucking dad took his 10-year-old son kayaking. They were in separate kayaks, and this river was so buck wild that I wouldn't even get into it as like a joke.
Oh yeah.
And they got separated. The dad fell out of his kayak and he swam to shore and just watched his 10-year-old go down the river. Wow. And that was the beginning of July. There's still people up there looking for the kid. Yeah. They're like, he might have got out. He might have escaped the river and like camped out. He had pretty good survival skills. Dude, the weekend I was there, I was swimming in like the lakes and shit like that. I got up in the middle of the night in a light rain and I was so cold. I was like, I might die before I get back to my tent from like 500 feet away. And they were like, yeah, maybe he's out there. Maybe he's out there. So anyway, this dude just watched his 10-year-old just sail off out of his life.
His
he didn't
10-year-old probably found a dad that wasn't a pussy and was like,
Yeah,
raise me.
true.
Please raise me.
That was what my wife said. I was like, can you believe the dad got out of the water? She was like, I would make you get back in. Right, we'd drive
Fuck
back and
yeah.
I would watch you get back in the river.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
So be kind to your ancestors, man. Who knows what the river was looking like that day? Maybe it rained.
The Schuylkill?
Maybe the Schuylkill.
The Schuylkill. I mean, the Schuylkill's it has a little current, but there's no rap. I mean, also the water is like it's basically like half water, half like oil. So
True.
It was probably super dark, and the kid was just.
Do you ever? There's this one pool game I played. I went to a summer camp one time, and they covered a watermelon in Vaseline. And you had to like fight over the watermelon in the pool. Who knows how slippery that baby? Maybe they got the baby a couple times, like up.
True, and it was just like it was just gone.
Yeah.
More, it was like an iPhone back then. You're just like just a phone. I'll get another one. I'll get another one. You should have leave your phone back. Just a fucking phone, man. But yeah,
Going to a fucking Iranian dude for crack baby repair.
ruined her marriage.
Yeah, of course it did.
Took a toll.
Yeah. Well,
She was
so,
remarried.
like the baby was gone. It was a gone. Like the baby.
As far as I know, unless
Yeah.
unless you just fucking
Because a lot of parent drop stories, it's like you pick it right back up.
yeah.
You know. And it's like you still tell the story because
I want to know. Do babies float?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that thing where they like take newborns and throw them in water.
And they have like that swim reflex.
Yeah.
Huh.
yeah.
I mean, there's Noah.
Yeah.
Noah floated in a basket. That might have been
Well,
the basket.
mostly, basket was
Mostly
doing a lot
the
of the
wicker
work.
basket.
Yeah. That's the thing. If you're taking your kid to the water, take a wicker basket.
True. At least he'll end up in like the hands of the pharaoh.
We'll end up in a really cool book at some point.
That'd be sick if he floated all the way up to the northeast and got to like the head contractor.
I'm gonna name this baby James.
But yeah, man, that's I was like, dude, that would fucking. The whole time I was there, I was like, all right, even if you did sink, could I like see and would I jump it, dude? The whole time I was like doing math of like jumping.
Yeah.
in. Partly being like, also that'd be pretty sick if I got the saver. Cool.
No.
But dude, I'm like kind of tortured by that question because she comes in the pool with us and I'm like, would she hold her breath if I just went under real quick, like I'm curious, but I'm like, also, could she gulping it in and be like, "Wah."
Yeah. Dude, one time we were at a playground and my son was on a slide and he was sliding down like on his stomach and like as he was sliding down, he was like saying bye to me. And then one time he did it, like I dove on my stomach and grabbed his hand. And he still recalls that as, Dad, remember that one time you saved me on the slide? Dude, it was crazy.
What was he about to like go down and get crushed?
I just did it to be funny. It was just like, I got you, you know, just like.
No, it wasn't life or death.
Yeah. And he still remembers that as me saving him.
Pretty tight.
Dude, it's and I feel like a hero every time I think about it. It's pretty sick.
You fake saved him?
Yeah. And my Ansley was there. And so was his grandmom. Like his grandmom also saw it. So she's like, he can take care of my grandkid.
Pretty tight, dude.
Yeah.
Did you see the guy who like ditched his son? Or did you hear about it?
No, we got there the day
Of
that
course
the
you did.
search
You would've
party
jumped in. Sorry.
started.
You would've
Yeah,
jumped in.
come on, I'd be in the river right now if I needed
Also,
to.
dude, there should be a rule. If you jump into a river like that and save someone else's kid,
That's yours.
Should get to buck their wife. No, you give the kid back. You should get to buck their wife or take their kid.
It should be like a carnival. You get to pick it. They're all in the same prize level.
Yeah. I mean, naturally, you should at least get head.
Yeah.
Like, look, man, here's your kid. I need head right now. It just has to happen.
It's a perfect prize because any woman would sug to get their kid back from a river.
For sure.
I wouldn't even start that stupid
hope.
fucking sentence.
I'd be so pissed. That's the girl's version. Be like, well, I was supposed to suck his dick and I didn't want to. I'm like, you're telling me you didn't suck his dick and our kid floated down the river? What the fuck?
Get out of the way. I'll do it.
Yeah, like, give me it. Come here.
That's actually what it should be. Like if the dad is there, Tim jumps in, saves their kid. The mom should get to choose which one of them sucked Tim's dick.
Yeah. Either she
True.
would want to so badly that she would do it, or
Yeah.
she would be able to force her husband to.
True.
That would be so sick.
That would be
Also,
fucking cool.
first of all, 2020 swag is the new answer to all those questions. Like, would you suck a dick for $1 million? Yes. For sure. 100%.
Yeah, I don't trust you if you act like you wouldn't.
Like, for $1 million? No. It's like, film it. Film it. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
I go back and forth on that. I'm like, I would take $1 million.
Yeah,
and it's
I
like, here's my, like, how did we get rich again? You're like, oh, here it is on YouTube. It's like your grandfather blowing some guy.
Thumbs up in the camera.
Don't worry about me.
I'd be like,
It's a
damn,
serious
dude, he
question.
loved us.
Is it that serious? Dude, if I was like, you know, say like I was like the great grandchild. Say I found out my great grandfather could have sucked a dick and I could have been like Donnie Trump, basically, the son.
Yeah.
Coked on.
Yeah.
Did you see that? They're trying to say he was coked out.
Yeah, they've been saying he's been snorting Adderall for years.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So I could have been coked out at the RNC, at the boys' party. The
Yeah.
boys' Republican fucking nomination. And been like, dude, my dad fucking rules.
Dude, we're probably...
If my great grandfather blew somebody.
We're half a generation from dudes just sucking each other like for clout.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was in social work school and there was a guy being like, I made out with some of my male friends. Like, it's like a new thing to be like,
It's pretty gay to not be
chill.
gay right now.
it is.
Yeah,
Among
Well,
like young kids.
I feel like I made it to this point,
Yeah.
right? Like in my neighborhood, there were so many circumstances where dudes had to end up sucking a dick, and I made it out. Like I'm 40 now. It's like I'm not going back.
What was
It's
the
like
circumstances?
just dudes making other dudes suck their dick. You know, like we'll be hanging out at a thing and be like, all right, it's time for somebody to suck my dick, and then like jump out a fucking window. Dude, it's like I'm gone. Like that literally happened. Like,
Really?
So yeah, I'm gonna say his name too because he got me hit by a car. But my cousin
For not
Trent-
sucking dick.
Yeah.
Damn.
One of my cousin Trennis, we were hanging out at this dude's house, and both of them, like the guys who we were hanging out with, they were both a little retarded, like
Yeah.
a little autistic. But the older brother was like, he was more functional,
Puppet
like,
master.
basically. And he came in, and he locked the door behind him, and he was like, "All right, somebody's sucking my dick." And my cousin Trennis started laughing like it was a joke. I didn't know if it was a joke or not. I fucking jumped right out the fucking first floor window, not even hesitation. Also, I always wanted to jump because
Win-win.
their window was like, it was one of those windows that was low enough that if you step, it would like you could step out of it and be touching the ground and still in the house at the same time.
You went head first though.
Dude, I dove, tumble rolled, got up, ran, went home, I went straight to his house, my cousin's house,
Yeah.
to tell his mom what happened. And then they all went down to the house and they were banging on the door and everything. It was a big deal.
That's a big fucking deal,
Yeah,
dude.
it was a big. And then like
It's molestation.
they got in and they got my cousin. They got him out. and it was like, we're never talking about this again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like, I mean, he never expressed whether or not he did suck the dick, but he had.
That's usually the first sign of having sucked the dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, definitely not.
What do you mean?
Damn, that's fucked, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. You know, I'm just
How'd
like,
you get hit by the car?
Years later, which was probably retribution for me leaving him to get his dick, get to suck a dick. We were, it was almost as if he planned it. He came into the rec center and was like, "Yo, you want to go to Brunish's to get some hot dogs?" Which should have took that as a sign. And then we crossed the street and there was this dog in this yard. It was never on a leash and it would always run up to the hedges. Right?
Damn.
And then he like loved to get chased.
Yeah.
So he was
It
like,
sucked.
yeah.
Sorry.
So
Sorry.
as soon as the dog started running towards us, like he was like, "Yo, it's coming!" and start running, and he pushed me into the street. But he was pushing me to get me to start running with him, so we could both run together. But I was like, I knew that dog wasn't going to come out of the yard, so I was trying not to run. And he pushed me, and I was like stumbling to the side.
I saved my energy
And
in
then-
case someone made me suck a dick.
Dude, the last thing I remember is him backing up. Like he like pushed me, then he started backing up, and I was like, and like I woke up in the hospital.
Damn.
Yeah. He pushed me into a car.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Do you see this dude at all?
I saw him recently. I went to Pottstown with a friend. I saw him. He just bought a new motorcycle, and he'd never ridden a motorcycle and drove it all the way back for like 10 miles and almost died a bunch of times. It was just like, yeah, you're still fucking living a risky lifestyle, dude.
Yeah, dude.
How many dicks you sucked today?
I thought I was bad babysitting. I would like lock myself in my parents' room and just jerk off to like Swiggle channel. I was like, man, I was a shitty babysitter, but dude, I was a saint, dude.
Yeah, well, he was my age. We're the same age.
Yeah.
So I mean, he wasn't babysitting me. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
we
I
were
hear
babysitting
what
each
you're
other,
saying, yeah.
you know. But it was yeah, he was always he like all of the big trouble that I ever gotten into, he was responsible for it. Like I was never the person to like, yo, let's go do this slightly illegal shit.
Yeah.
He would ask me to go somewhere with him, and then next thing I know is like, oh, by the way, we're doing this slightly illegal shit.
Sounds like a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, he was a motherfucker.
I mean, dude, that's like, this is as bad as it gets.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
said that the other dudes were kind of like, had some like autist stuff going on.
Yeah, the dick sucking guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were fucked up.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
dude. It's a
Were they
bad-
like a gang of dudes?
That's a fucking bad hombre, bro. That's a bad hombre,
He
man.
was a bad hombre.
And the Democrats love him. The Democrats want him ruling your streets.
Yeah, he was always. I felt like he was always trying to like apologize for getting me hit by a car without actually saying I'm sorry, as if like if he admitted it, I would sue him or some shit.
Yeah.
But he was always, you know, like every time I see him, I feel like he's still trying to be like, I'm really sorry about that. You know, like didn't mean to,
Push you in front of a car.
you know, ruin your fucking life.
What was the plan? To get you away from the dog so it was like lesser of two
Just
evils?
to get me running with him, so we would now be being like that was every single thing that resulted in me getting in trouble was like him trying to get us chased.
He likes high, I mean, it explains
Yeah.
the motorcycle. He likes high risk activity.
Yeah, like there were these like really jack dudes. They were like stars of the track team, and they would always after they would like work out by themselves like outside of the school, and they would hang out at this one part of the rec center. And then one time, Trent was like, "Yo, let's go talk to Chiron and them." So we go up there and talk to him. Like I think we're going up there to talk to him. He has a handful of like gravel rocks, and like as soon as we're going up to talk to them, and he's like slightly behind me, and I'm like, "Yo, what up, Corey? What up?" And then next thing you know, you just hear like, tink, 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 and then they just come at us.
Of course.
And like I didn't even realize what was happening at first, so like I didn't start running fast enough, and it was just like I barely. They just swarmed on me. It was like. I must have got hit like 30 times in a second, and then they were just by me, chasing him.
Oh,
you
my
know?
God.
But yeah, they fucked me up.
I have a theory. Do you think that maybe his like fixation on like this chase bullshit and you was because you escaped the day where he was forced to suck a dick, and he was just
No, he
constantly reliving that
He
situation.
he was the one who wanted to get sucked, right?
No, he had to suck.
He had to suck.
Oh, okay.
And Sid escaped.
I thought this was. I was going to say. I was like, why would you chilling with the dude who was demanding?
Sid made a Sidney shaped hole in the wall and got and he was like, "Ugh," and he
I
froze
thought
in
this
place.
was the guy. I thought he was pushing you in front of the car for getting away. He was like, motherfucker. So
No,
that
he
guy's
was-
out of the picture then.
Yeah, he was always yo, you want to go? He would like literally come up to where we all were and be like, yo, you want to go get chased?
Yeah. He was
know?
trying to recreate that scenario and come up with an outcome where he didn't suck a dick
To get away, yeah.
He was trying to
beat you, dude.
He was trying to get me to suck a dick.
in one way or another. Yeah.
I mean, dude, if I was ever jealous of anybody for anything, all of us were sitting in the room and you guys escaped and I ended up blowing somebody, I'd be like,
He's
you guys,
trapped in a
You guys
loop.
want to race?
Yeah.
You guys want to
Yeah. Had if I didn't trip and suck that bird, I probably would have beat you guys out of the house.
just to try to get over that, dude. It's like I gotta run, dude. I could.
And Sid did a cool move. He went head first out a window.
Yeah. No, that fucking
Fuck
rules.
yeah. I mean, but like I say all that to say this, like that is why still to this day, if I was offered $1 million, to suck
Yeah,
a
I'm not
dick,
doing
I
either
can't-
now, dude.
I can't do it.
I'm running.
I'll take your. I'll get $3 million out of it. Sure.
I'm gonna run away and then run back. Thanks, sir. Pleasure.
Yeah, I can't imagine telling my family I love them and then turning down $1 million for just eating a little bit of cum.
Yeah.
I assume you have to swallow too. That's no big deal.
I would say, yeah, I would say.
throw it in, dude.
Yeah,
Put
it's
it
probably
on there.
add it to your macros,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
Put it on my tab.
Yeah, that's the age-old question. I don't know. Now hearing this, it's like, do I run? Do I arrange this whole situation? And
Oh, I won't
punch
be
the person
forced
in the
to.
face?
I'll do it for $1 million, but I won't be forced to.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It has to be like have like a meeting, bring some briefcases in.
It has to be. Oh, if there's no briefcase, it's also off. It can't be a digital transfer. I need it in
I want to
cash.
set this up and then assault the person when they're ready. Just be like, "Fuck you, dude."
Here's how it works, dude. You show up with a briefcase. It's got $1 million in it.
Yeah.
I don't know what $1 million looks like, but it perfectly fills this very nice, like dark metal briefcase.
Yeah.
It's handcuffed to your wrist, right?
Okay.
Before I start sucking, we also handcuff it to my wrist.
There you go.
Maybe there's only one key. Maybe there's two sets. I don't fucking
And
know.
you tighten my tie against my neck.
You got to make him come so hard that the handcuff rattles off his wrist.
Yeah, dude. For $1 million, I would make that dude come so hard that he'd be like worried about his own identity.
As if he isn't already. If he's not like asking himself.
He was like, this was just supposed to be uncomfortable for you.
It is funny though if you think about it. It's
I
like,
don't
all
want to
right.
be here anymore.
I used to go up like 120 feet in the air on like a lift and like just hit like there's like cut down metal beams and shit, which is pretty dangerous. And there's guys who like go to war for like college tuition, but it's like you're not gonna suck a dick. It's like if you break it down, just like if you're just seeing
We're
dollar
all
signs.
sucking dick in our own way, dude.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty nuts for being like, nah, I'm not gonna suck dick. I'm gonna go fight over here. I'm gonna go enter combat. I mean, dude.
This is retarded.
I mean, there's the opportunities.
This is so stupid.
True. This is a dumb discussion.
I would, but this is stupid.
I will say you probably could suck enough dicks to go to college,
Oh, for sure.
but you couldn't be an engineer. You typically wouldn't get like paid to be like an engineer, meaning like going to like army, going to the army. Then you can just like, I guess you could suck your dick and be an engineer.
Yeah, I feel like.
I don't know. This is. You're right. Tim.
Yeah.
This is junk.
I'm losing my mind. I'm having a hard time even tracking the logic now.
Well, I'm saying there's a lot of dangerous jobs that guys will do, and it's like, yo, go suck that guy's dick, and they're like, that's
the least likely you look to suck a dick, the more you could get paid for sucking a dick.
true. No, that is true.
Yeah.
So maybe spend a couple of years like learning how to weld first, looking
Yeah.
like a guy who welds
You gotta look tough.
up your dick sucking number. We're not leaving the topic ever. We're saying
Point of the story is you gotta look tough.
make a couple of like selfie videos in a pickup truck.
Yeah, start smoking cigarettes now.
Just trying to know my value is all.
That is true though.
All I'm saying is they're only 12% of the population. Go, 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 go.
No, that is true. Lemaire, what are we at time wise?
Hour 8.
Wow, perfect.
Nailed
8
it.
minutes. That was easily dick sucking time.
We cut that out. We got a tight 37 minutes.
Well, yeah, well, let's slide in the page.
Yeah,
you guys have
sure.
anything
I can get some-
you like to address Chat Nation with? Anything coming up or anything cool?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see some live stand-up comedy, if you're near Woodbridge, New Jersey, next week I'm doing a drive-in show.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, catch me on Two Jack Bros.
Yep.
Listen to fucking Dad Meat follow me on twitch.tv/Tim Butterly. I'm somewhere around Philly on Friday night. It's 9/11, so we're doing a comedy show.
Is it 9/11 today?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
No,
that's
Friday.
that's when my comedy show. You're doing stand up on that day?
Yeah.
Ah,
God damn it.
he sounds so enthusiastic about it. You should come see me.
I don't want to do outdoor comedy.
Oh, you're gonna be at the drive-in.
Two different places.
Two different places.
Where are you doing today?
I don't know. I think it's in East Falls. I should have looked before this, but
Oh,
I'm not the
that
plug-in
backyard.
type. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I feel icky. You know what? Edit out my plugs, dude. I don't
Why?
even want. Because if people want to know me, they'll find me. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
tell
it.
them to come to the show, dude.
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
people need
I'm gonna
it.
be in East Falls.
Mayor, are you gonna be there?
No, I might go to watch.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Careful.
Yeah.
Careful. Last time you rolled up on a show, he had a fat attack. Yeah, I have nothing, man. Catch me on Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast.
Oh, let's do.
Catch me on this. And
Let's do fighting games again soon.
yeah, fuck
Oh
yeah.
hell yeah!
Let's do
Oh,
Twitch
can I
would be
also
nice.
also check out Two Jack Bros Patreon too? We're
Hell yeah.
on there.
Yeah,
And
check out all the
making
Dad Meat
premium
Patreons.
content.
Check out all
Yeah.
of them. No, seriously, just check out ours. But
I mean, honestly, like most of the people that come to the Patreon for Two Jack Bros come from here.
slide through, Brent.
Yeah.
Slide through.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
really have anything. All I have is I'm building a website right now. Super sick. Can't
Hell
wait.
yeah.
So I'm about to put it out.
Hell yeah.
Can't give you the deets because it's not here, but that's it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you, Lemaire. Thank you, Noah. And thank you guys for coming on. Let's go to the Patreon. I have to pee.
Later.
Yeah.